Hi everyone, my name is Delene Grant and welcome to my presentation on Samfiru Tumarkin Law, David Vaughan, okay? Lawyers' loyalty. Samfiru Tumarkin Law, David Vaughan misrepresented the contract when he sided with Morley Law and Nicolini Law to cancel my claim. This was between March 2019 and August 2019. This presentation is in two parts, okay? Please feel free to pause and read if I'm going too fast or if you don't understand what I'm saying. It's all there. I'm just trying to summarize, okay? Thank you. Samfiru Tumarkin Law, contract number 3, wrongful dismissal. This became contract number 3 because Nicolini Law, I signed a contract for WSIB, right, in 2017, right? And then when I got fired from my job, I was not retained, okay? So I got fired from my job in May 2018. So for the entire year, for the rest of the year, I was not retained by Nicolini Law as he had promised. So I took my cases elsewhere. So Benjamin Law Firm, okay, had the long-term disability, which was contract number 2. And now Samfiru Tumarkin Law, okay, had a wrongful dismissal case, which is contract number 3. I knew I signed only 3 contracts, and it was not my intent to have my cases separated, but that's what happened, okay? So 3 different contracts here, okay? This contract was signed on March 20th, 2019, okay? And here, email conversations with David Vaughan, okay, March 19, 2019, got information regarding David Vaughan's information, that is, right, for Tumarkin Law, and then retainer agreement was sent over, and on March 20th, I signed, okay, please feel free to pause and read, okay, and there were activities, okay, March 20th, I went through this on another presentation, okay, but just to show you that within the month of March, right, I was in conversation with Samfiru Tumarkin Law, and I had retained the lawyer, David Vaughan, at Samfiru Tumarkin Law. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Okay. And now the retainer agreement. So this is what I knew of. If I am going to have someone to represent me, there must be a contract. Okay, I must know the terms, what we agreed on what we agreed on regarding payment, what is gonna cost me, and all that, right? So here is the contract, and this was the cost, okay? All right, I have breach here because yes, the lawyer breached the contract. I will read this. Once we have received a signed and dated copy of the retainer and have confirmed our receipt of same, we agreed to act. That was his promise, was he agreed to act. He said, we agreed to act for you in your legal matter. We will then be your legal representative throughout. Okay? Okay. Even when your client is lying, although my case, I wasn't lying, but sometimes you have murderers. They know that they committed the murder, right? And the lawyer will defend them to make it seem otherwise, that they're innocent, right? So I'm expecting this lawyer to write by me. My thing was straightforward. I was his client, so I thought he would have done right by me. And you'll see why I said this lawyer breached the contract. Okay. Signed retainer with Samfiru Tumarkin on March 20, 2019. Signatures also on this page, not included. That accompanied my email explanation, I received a 7-page contract with details of my claim, terms, conditions, and payment to be awarded to lawyer at end. I did not retain Nicolini Law. There was no agreement, etc. Okay. March 20th. I could not show you the signatures. Okay, but this was the date. I retained Samfiru Tumarkin Law. Okay. Almost denied. Samfiru Tumarkin Law because of Hussein Muftaderi, Hicks Morley Law, and Adrian Nicolini Law. Almost denied in May 2019. Samfiru Tumarkin Law, David Vaughan retained for wrongful dismissal in March 2019, which was almost denied in May 2019. Due to lawyers' loyalty, I will say, right, the continued deception of the lawyers, David Vaughan joined forces with Hussein Muftaderi, Bell Mobility Defense Lawyer, and Adrian Nicolini, my deceitful WSIB lawyer. Yes, I have to call it that because he didn't do anything for me. Just pretended all along. Yeah. Right. He joined forces to the Samfiru Tumarkin Law. David Vaughan joined forces to deny my wrongful dismissal claim. I was threatened in May 2019 if I did not cancel my employment contract with Nicolini Law firm. I guess a ghost contract because I know I didn't sign a contract with this law firm, right? He, David Vaughan, would not proceed with my claim. Also, a motion would be filed against me by Hussein Muftaderi, Hicks Morley Law, in the court of law to remove my wrongful dismissal claim totally from the system. That's what they're looking forward to. Okay. Ganged upon. I had to send an email to Nicolini Law, Adrian Nicolini, under duress to remove him from my wrongful dismissal case, a case that never existed with this lawyer. Since I saw Adrian Nicolini on June 5, 2018, I was never directed on my cases or signed any documents related to wrongful dismissal or long-term disability. I went to his office again on August 30, 2018 to only provide additional information on my cases so as to help him understand the extent of my claims. No contract mentioned or signed and no discussion of my cases that day. I told him that I had opened a discrimination claim with CHRC. Therefore, was told to forward a copy. So if I won, would be of assistance to my claims. That's what he told me, okay? I waited patiently to be retained by Nicolini Law, Adrian Nicolini, which never materialized. Lawyer and client relationship had broken at that point with Samfiru Tumarkin Law. What do you think? Okay, as I go along. During my investigation, I realized that the intent of Nicolini Law firm, Adrian Nicolini, and Hicks Morley Law, Hussein Muftaderi, to sabotage my cases. That was their intent. Okay, WSIB claim suspended. Right. Medical report was never obtained by Nicolini Law firm 5 years later. Okay. I was never retained for wrongful dismissal or long-term disability by Nicolini Law firm in June 2018 because there was an intent to deceive. All right. Okay, remember my medical documents were never obtained, okay? Became aware of statement of claim 2 days after I inquired in January 2019 while I was in the process of taking my cases elsewhere. Retained Benjamin Law for long-term disability in February 2019. Retained Samfiru Tumarkin Law for wrongful dismissal in March 2019. How was it possible that in May 2019, Nicolini Law firm could state that their firm was in the process of amending the statements of claim, especially without a signed contract? I had already retained 2 lawyers for my claims, okay? Why did Adrian Nicolini Law firm joined both statements of claim together without my knowledge? I had only retained this lawyer for my WSIB cases, which he had misrepresented. I should have said my WSIB case, all right? I had lost trust in this law firm, so I took my cases elsewhere, okay? 7-page statement of claim from Samfiru Tumarkin Law. This was in May 2019, 1 year later, I mentioned 1 year later because it is now 1 year since I was terminated from my job, when actually something was now being done. Nothing was done before. You understand? So, retained Samfiru Tumarkin law in March, and by May, they had the statement of claim up and running. They start working on my case. Yeah. Receive via email from the office of David Vaughan for review. I received the statement of claim for review. Then I attended the office of Samfiru Tumarkin Law, right, to ask questions and to sign the statement of claim for wrongful dismissal. Okay. David Vaughan. I received an email from David Vaughan dated May 2nd, 2019, and this email contained the statement of claim. Mark you. See how quick this lawyer was? Yeah, because I retained him in March, and this is May. He has drafted the statement of claim, right? And actually got me involved. He said, "Hi, Delane. Thanks for your patience. I attached draft statement of claim on your review and comment. Okay, I've highlighted some areas. You needed to make sure that he's right. Then he said, I've highlighted some areas. I'll need you to comment on within the statement of claim. A few questions. He had a few questions for me. He said, can you send the February 10, 2018 doctor's note from Dr. Silverberg?" And that was it. I have included that to him, right? As you can see, February 10, 2018. And then he said, "Can you send me any other medical notes you have received?" Which I also did, right? And here's a draft statement of claim. Okay. I had to go in office. I read it, made my comments and all that, and then I had to go in office when they draft up everything, right? When I returned the draft statement to them, and they put things together. So an appointment was made for the week of May. This was Monday, May 6th, 2019, and then I had an appointment the Thursday of that week at 11 a.m. All right. So I was actually involved in my statement of claim, and I went in and I read it and I signed it. All right. As a matter of fact, I read it before and then came at home and then came and I signed. All right. Please feel free to review. Thank you. Retained Samfiru Tumarkin law on March 20th, 2019 for wrongful dismissal. Signed contracts with Samfiru Tumarkin that contained terms, conditions, and payments. Collaborated with lawyer to create my first statement of claim. Reviewed my first statement of defense and provided feedback to lawyer. Okay. This was a statement of claim. As you can see, bearability. He has it right because guess what happened? I was involved in it, right? This was done on May 17, 2019. It says bearability. And this is where I work, 5099 Creekbank, Mississauga, Ontario. Okay. Everything's there. Everything looks good. Here, as you can see, it was certified by the court. Yeah. And, certain little questions I had, circled. And he said it can be changed. So please feel free to pause and read, okay? This was the last page of the statement of claim, right? I highlighted this here because it said Delane also claims punitive and aggravated damages against the defendant, right, for violating her rights pursuant to the Canadian Human Rights Act. The law firm told me he would not include that, okay? Then, Samfiru Tumarkin law, David Vaughan indicated Delane pleads that the defendant has failed to accommodate her medical disability and terminated her employment due to her medical disability and her need for accommodation. So as you can see, whatever I said to this lawyer, he recorded, yeah, and I provided evidences, so you know that I was not making up stories, right? This lawyer, Nicolini Law, his statement of claim is night and day to this one. Okay, we'll get there. All right, compare with statement of claim wrongful dismissal from the Canadian law firm. Samfiru Tumarkin Law, David Vaughan got most of my complaint correct. A 7-page statement of claim wrongful dismissal was drafted by David Vaughan. Compare to the 6-page contract that was created by Adrian Nicolini. The 2-page contents of the contract from Adrian Nicolini does not make sense compared to the 4-page content from David Vaughan. I was informed by Adrian Nicolini that my discrimination or my medical issues with the doctors would not be included in my claim. The 2-page document proved my point. Received 7 months later, January 10, 2019. Since I had to make my complaint to the Human Rights Commission and the medical doctors on my own, I thought it was not the lawyer's responsibility to make such claims, Then I indicated that Samfiru Tumarkin Law of David Vaughan listened to my complaint and made a statement of claim. Okay. Okay, statement of claims of Tumarkin. Okay, as you can see here, it says Memorability Inc. All right, the one drafted by Adrian Nicolini without my involvement, it says Bell Canada. I didn't know where I work. Okay, please feel free to review as you go along. Pause and review. Thank you. Samfiru Tumarkin Law, as you can see, address. I worked at Bell Mobility at 509 Creekbank Road. Okay. And here it says Bell Canada, 50 Eglinton Avenue West. This is east and I was at west. Okay. Signature without a name. Okay. Certified. As you can see, Samfiru's statement of claim was certified. You can see that certification. And Adrian Nicolini's false statement of claim was not certified. Please feel free to review. David Vaughan, Samfiru Tumarkin. Okay, I'm just sharing parts of the statement of claim with you. Okay, this is Adrian Nicolini. Please feel free to pause and read. Here, Adrian Nicolini have Bell Canada, and I indicated did not work for Bell Canada. All right, and he actually stated here, the defendant, Bell Canada, carries on business as a telecommunication company, providing mobile phone, TV, and high-speed and wireless internet and residential home phone services in the province of Ontario. Bell is all over, all right? And I would tell you that this is a giant company, giant here, okay? Money talk, all right? So just feel free to review. Thank you. Okay, there are several pages really of false information on the statements made by the statement of claims made by Nicolini Law, right? I do have correct pages regarding Samfiru Tumarkin Law. I just choose to just showcase these, all right, instead of going through the entire thing, just just for you to see the difference between law firms here. I was involved in the creation of statement of claim for Samfiru Tumarkin Law. I was not involved in the statement of claim for Nicolini Law. Okay. Nowhere in the statement of claim for Samfiru Tumarkin Law, there's no mention at all. There's nowhere in that statement of claim they made mention of mental issue. None whatsoever. Okay, I brought this one forward to show you that although Nicolini Law Firm had stated when I saw him on June 5th that discrimination will not be included. Here it was. And as I made mention, this was also on a previous slide, right? That this lawyer listened and this lawyer had evidences. That's why it's included here in the statement of claim. All right, please feel free to pause and read. I've done so in a few slides over, okay? And here, Adrian Nicolini Law Firm, lawyer stated below, patient suffered mental distress. Okay, it's making me out to be mental, okay? On January 10, 2019, Ashton Steele stated that they had to make the statement of claim over the top. Then it can go down from there. Notice she said that that means that I did not have any involvement at all. All right, I indicated here at whose expense, because they're making me out to be mental, and I guess that is why they took over my case like this, because Nicolini Law Firm, Adrian Nicolini and Ashton Steele actually provided to the CPP Disability Ontario, that I am mental along with my doctor. So they're making me out to be mental. So in other words, then I am mental, so I cannot do, they didn't get me involved in the statement of claim. And the statement of claim is incorrect in every way. Incorrect, right? Here I said, Adrian Nicolini has stated on June 5th, 2018 that discrimination would not be included in the claim. Why? Because he knew that he wasn't working for me. He's working for the opposition, all right? Hence the reason I went to the CHRC, the Canadian Human Rights Commission, in July 2018. I went because when he told me that discrimination would not be included, family and friends were concerned. They were concerned, right? So they told me to go to the Canadian Human Rights Commission, and that's what I did. All right, I did not sign a contract with Nicolini Law Firm. Waited 8 months and decided to take my cases elsewhere. Okay, now number 10 here. The plaintiff suffered mental distress. No, I did not. No, I had mixed feelings, as I did indicate in another presentation. I had mixed feelings because for years I've been discriminated by Bell Mobility, right? So it was kind of a relief. I was sad, yes, that I lost my job. I got fired from my job of 20 years without severance and with a disability. I was sad, but not to the point that I suffered mental distress. No, right? Bell Mobility took it to another level. I was bullied all along, and they actually bullied me again by firing me with a work-related injury and not giving me my severance, okay? And then they have these entities, because this is a giant here, a giant. This company is all over Canada, right? Well known. They are giants, so no one wants to help me. Well, it just depends on the lawyers that do not have integrity. Yeah. So here now, Adrian Nicolini is actually siding with the defendant. All right, here when he says that I was terminated from my employment without notice whatsoever, that's a lie. Okay, because I received notice. As you can recall, I was getting warning letters. Yeah. However, my company fired me too soon. They fired me in a few days. Based on the law, it's supposed to be a couple months. I forgot how many months after warning letters and all that. So they were premature in firing me. So they are wrong. Okay? They were wrong. Now, when Ashton Steele stated that the statement of claim was over the top, they didn't have to make it over the top. They didn't have to lie or make up stories or whatever where my situation is concerned. Samfiru Tumarkin law didn't have to lie. Everything was there and the proof was there to back it. So I didn't want anyone lie for me or make me out to be mental, right? For them not to have me involved in my case. State that this law firm, is questionable. All right, please feel free to read. I just think that this is not about me, really. When they realized that I was about to get, when I inquired about the statement of claim, they quickly grab something, because to me this was not about me, especially this part here and stuff. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you.
The statement of claims or just the long-term disability?
Both. The both would be good. Yes.
All right, I'll send them to you.
Yes.
Just make sure to note everything that's stated in the statement of claims
Yes.
is over the top what it actually is. We overstate what is actually wrong, okay?
Okay.
Because in a claim you have to overdo it because it usually goes down from that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay then. All right.
All right, I'll give that to you now, okay?
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day. Thanks.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.